Hello friends, my name is Alea of Cozy Crochet Co, where I show you how to crochet the cozy way. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you the 3 ways on how to make an I-cord. So you may be asking, what's an I-cord? And that's a great question because I don't know either, so let's ask Google. Alright, so according to Google, an I-cord is a tube-shaped knitted fabric created by working a small number of stitches on double pointed needles or a short circular needles. So fun fact, the I cord stands for idiot. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. Because Elizabeth Zimmerman, who accidentally discovered the technique, believed it was so simple that anyone could do it. Well, Elizabeth, not anybody could do it because I struggled with I-cords for so long. Especially as a crocheter, I've needed some aids to help me do the I-cord technique. Now, luckily, as crocheters, we always adapt and we are also able to do the I-cord with a crochet hook. But today, the tools that I'm going to be showing you is the CORDSMITH, the Lucet Fork, and I'm going to show you also how to do it on your crochet hook. Because I'm doing 3 different techniques, I've added chapters to this video, so if you want to skip to a specific technique, those timestamps will be in the description down below. Alright y'all, let's get started. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to use the CORDSMITH to make I-cords. So for the CORDSMITH, I like to use like lighter weight yarn, so DK and sport yarn and fingering weight yarn, just because of kind of the nature of the tool. You'll kind of see what I'm talking about as I get into it. So to start off, you're going to want a slip knot, and I like to leave a nice like size tail. So you're going to do a slip knot, and then you're going to attach your slip knot to your CORDSMITH like so. Now you're going to want to leave a relatively I wouldn't say don't tighten it too much, kind of leave it a little bit loose, because you're gonna, the first few stitches you're gonna have to manually put it, well, at least for me, I manually put it over the hump. So I tighten it just a little bit, and then we're going to use the long tail cast on method. And so I take this like end yarn and I hold it along with the handle. To do the long tail cast on, you're going to want to lay your yarn on your palm like this. What I like to do is I like to wrap it around my pinky just for that tension. Put your palm towards the floor and then take your thumb and go under and over like this, and then you're going to put your hook underneath and then slip it off your thumb, and then kind of put it on there, kind of tighten it just a little bit, and then you can do it again. There you go, and you have cast it on to the CORDSMITH. Now you're gonna want to, you can do it either way. You can do it like this, or you can wrap it like that. I like to do it like this. And then you're gonna want to pull up your end of your yarn over your latches. So I like to, for the first few stitches, I like to manually close the latches, or try to keep them closed, just so that I know that the stitches will go over them like that, and I just kind of guide them over. Ooh, that one kind of fell. And then you pull it down. Lay your yarn over all 3 stitches, and then take your tail of your yarn, pull it up, and then like I said, I like to guide them just for the first few stitches. Alright, and now the stitches are kind of set in place now, and now I can just pull it up and then pull it down. And that's the motion that you're going to do for the rest of your I-cord. Pull it up and pull it down. My tension is kind of tight just because of the position I have filming, but you're going to want kind of medium tension, because you don't want it to be too tight because you might break your CORDSMITH. Pull it up and pull it down. You should never be struggling to pull the cord up and down. Pro tip, make sure you're going over all 3 of them like so. Make sure it's closed, pull down over the latches. Those steps ensure that you do not slip stitches. And then once you get the rhythm, you can kind of go kind of fast. Ooh, that one's kind of tight. All right, and then after a few rotations, this is your I cord, nice and uniform and neat. All right, so now I'm going to show you how to cast off on your I cord. I have my darning needle and I'm just going to cut a nice size amount tail. And I like to use a relatively long tapestry needle to do this. And so you're going to take your tapestry needle and go through it to the top like this. I use my thumb to hold the other two while I pull the yarn through, because if you're like not paying attention, they can all fall off. You can still save it, but it's like a lot more complicated. Put your needle through the top of the second one while holding the third one. And then lastly, the third one. And then once they're all, it's gonna look like this. And then you can just pull it tight. And then there you go. Your I cord is done. This is what the I cord made on the CORDSMITH looks like. Wait, before I show you how to do the I cord using the Furls Lucet Fork, did you know that 85% of you watching right now are not subscribed to the channel? Why? It's free. You get videos on a weekly basis, and I'm always going live because I love interacting with you guys. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn your notifications on so you know whenever I go live. Also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at cozycrochet.co, where I share all of my makes and anything else I'm working on. All right, let's get back to what you really came for. So next up, I'm going to show you how to make an I cord using the Lucet Fork. Now this one is from Furls. It's my absolute favorite. It's made out of ebony wood, and it's so smooth and luxurious, and the finish is nice, and it has the Furls logo on it, and it's just nice weight, has a thumb rest and everything. So before you get started, you need to identify the front and the back of your Lucet Fork. Obviously for this one it's pretty obvious, it has a thumb rest, and on the back it doesn't, but it's still really smooth. So for Lucet Forks, I would recommend using a worsted weight and above. So you can use this worsted, bulky, super bulky, maybe even like a 7 depending on the texture. So to start off, you're going to put the end of your yarn in through the top like this and bring it out the back. I personally like to have a long tail that's the length of the handle. Something to hold on to, because you're going to be doing a lot of pulling and a lot of tugging. To start off, you're going to do a long tail cast on, kind of like we did for the CORDSMITH, but I like to take my thumb, wrap it around my thumb like this, and just put it over the fork of it. I'm going to bring this in front like this, and then I'm going to loop it around and bring it back in front. I'm going to switch my hands to get a little bit more comfortable. So now your yarn is coming through to the front. We're going to then lay it over, around, and come through the front again like this. So now your yarn should look something like this. This is what it looks like from the top. Okay. So what I like to do is I like to bring it in front like this so then I can hold it with my thumb. And for the first few, I like to call like rotations, you're going to take this, and you're going to need these to be loose, because if it's too tight, you won't be able to take this yarn and put it on top. So you're going to take this yarn, put it on top, and then take the other end and do the same thing. And I know it looks a little crazy, but you're going to want to tighten it just a little bit. And then you're going to take your yarn that's coming out the front, lay it over, loop it around from the back, bring it to the front, loop it around, and bring it back. Then I hold it with my thumb, bring the bottom loop over, and then bring the bottom loop on the other side over as well. Now I like to reposition myself, and you're always going to want to make sure that your I cord stays in the middle. That's the key to really even I cord. I'm still not an expert at doing this, but the more you do it, the more you get better at it. So we're just going to tighten it up a little bit, but like I said, not too tight. And we're going to keep going. And as you can see, just for me doing a few rotations, the cord has already started forming. After a few rounds, this is what my I cord is looking like. I am not a pro at the Lucet Fork, but like I said, the more you work at it, the more you perfect it. Alright, so now that we have our I cord at the desired length, I'm going to show you how to cast off. We're going to go ahead and cut our yarn. And we're going to thread our darning needle or tapestry needle. And once again, you're going to want a longer tapestry needle for this. So you can do either or. I like to do the one that I start with. I just put my needle through. I hold this and take it off. And then same thing, just take it off like that. And then all you have to do is tighten it. And then that's it. And this is what an I cord looks like on the Lucet Fork. Alright, so next up is going to be how to make an I cord. Alright, so now we're going to make an I cord using just a crochet hook. You can use literally any crochet hook. I'm just using my Furls 5mm crochet hook because that's what is on my desk right now. So this technique of the I cord using your crochet hook is kind of complicated, but once you get the hang of it, it is super easy. The beginning is a little bit daunting and a little bit frustrating at first, but I promise you if you keep practicing it, you will get it, and then you can make an I cord without using any tools but your crochet hook. So you're going to want a really long end tail. The end of your tail is going to be the one that is cut off at the end. And I'm going to do quite a long tail for this one. And then of course I have my working yarn in my other hand. I'm going to go ahead and do my slip knot. So you're going to want to identify your working yarn from your tail. Your tail is going to be on your right. Your working yarn is going to be on your left. Alright, so you're going to chain one, and then with your tail of your yarn, you're going to lay it over your hook loosely, and then you're going to yarn over and then pull through 2 loops. Once again, you're going to put the tail end of your yarn over your hook, creating 2 loops, and then you're going to yarn over using your working yarn and pull through both of those loops. Once again, tail end is going to lay over it, working yarn, yarn over, pull through 2. And you're going to keep doing that until you get the work of your I-cord. And after a while, you now have a crocheted I-cord. That's what it looks like. Now to cast off, you want to identify your working yarn. It always stays in my left hand. I'm going to go ahead and cut it. And you're going to pull it through. And then that's it. You pretty much tighten it, or tighten the two. And then that's it. You have your crocheted I-cord. This is what it looks like. Alright, so let's compare them all. We have our crocheted I-cord. We have our Lucet Fork I-cord. And we have our CORDSMITH I-cord. And as you can see, they are significant differences in all of them, but in their own way, they're absolutely gorgeous and have many different uses. Let's go ahead and look at the breakdown of each one. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into the details of using each tool and method. So here are the cords compared to one another. As you can see, they all have different styles and give a different look. So if you're looking for an I-cord that's more uniform and cleaner and gives you a nice even shape all the way around, the CORDSMITH may just be for you. Now there is a little bit of a learning curve, but as soon as you figure out how to use it and you get good at it, you can literally make just about anything. There's a whole community on Instagram and TikTok on people who use the CORDSMITHs for many different projects. I've seen people use this to make baskets, bags, accessories, blankets even, all types of stuff. You can get these off of Instagram, but there's also individual retailers that sell these as well. If you go to the Size Inclusive Instagram, you'll see a section where you can buy and get one of these for yourself. So if you're wanting to make an I-cord that looks more handmade and to make it with thicker yarn, then I would recommend the Lucet Fork. So I got my Lucet Fork from Furls. Now these are always selling out, so I will link them down below, but just keep in mind, if they ever come back in stock, you need to go get them right then and there because it takes forever for them to come back in stock. But if you're like, that price is a little bit too steep for me, I completely understand. I'm going to also link some down below that I saw on Amazon that are really good quality and are a really good price point. If you don't feel like using those tools at all and want to just work with what you got, the I-cord that you can make with your crochet hook is perfect for you. You can use the technique with absolutely any crochet hook, and I think that's like self-explanatory. Knowing how to make an I-cord with just your crochet hook is a really nice technique to have in your back pocket, because if you look in these bumps, you can actually crochet into those. You can have a really sturdy and nice edging to any of your pieces. It's actually one of my favorite ways to finish off a lot of my clothing pieces. So before I go, I want to get a little bit sappy, so get your tissues. I just wanted to take this opportunity to thank everybody who has subscribed, who comments, who likes my videos, who shares my videos. Big shout out to people who share my videos. And especially the members on my channel. Because of you guys, I have been able to pursue my dreams in content creation with a hobby that I absolutely love and obsessed with. I love hanging out with you guys in the live streams. You guys really just make me want to be better, and I strive every day to learn different things to share with you guys. So I just want to say thank you, because you guys literally make me into the best version of myself. Like I said, very special thank you to the members of this channel. You guys show up every single month, and it is just it just drives me to do the best that I possibly can. If you want to become a member, then the link to it is going to be down below, but you absolutely don't have to. It just really helps the channel, and that way I'm able to do more giveaways, and I'm able to put out more patterns for you guys. And I'm just so thankful. I really don't even know what to say. I'm just really, really thankful for you guys. But yeah, so that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and as always, create something gorgeous. Bye guys.